Hey guys, this is SK Warrior. I figured I'd give you guys a quick overview of pro leagues to answer any basic questions that you might have about it up front, and can certainly get a more detailed, but figured this might be the easiest way to do it. So, anyway, it's going to feel a lot like what you're used to as far as the Showdown. I don't have the Showdown icon that you guys are used to, so this is what we use as our Showdown Hub right now. So I'm going to go ahead and enter into this, and you get this little screen, and essentially this just tells you what Showdown is active. So right now, looks like it's the Elite Tuners. That actually is coming up in 13 hours. So actually, there is no Showdown active right now. So this week has already completed. Essentially, the season, there have been two so far in about 23 weeks. The first season was a total of 9 weeks. The second one, which is what we're in right now, it is a total of 14 weeks. So it's 23 overall, spread over 2 seasons. So in any event, you progress through different levels. Each level is 1 week. If you place, well, you're grouped with 19 other racers, and so it's you and a group of 20 people, and you want to finish in the top six of those 20 people. So here I am right now. As you can see, I'm at 11,000 showdown points, and the cutoff line, the promotion zone, is right above 9,300. So the racing for this week has already ended. As you can see over to the left, it says legend, and that basically is what level you're at. So if we go back to this little tab over here, that's the highest level. If you advance this week, you just get placed in another legends group, so you can just keep winning that over and over, but won't advance any further than legends. So I'll scroll down. You obviously enter, everybody starts at rookie, top six out of 20 advance to street, so on and so forth. So that's essentially the end of the week rewards that you get every single week. If you don't advance, you don't slip back, you stay at the same level. So you really don't have anything to lose if you for whatever reason, aren't able to race much that week. So what you want to do, well, the point is to collect these, I guess we'll call them Showdown tickets. My balance is 320. You guys have probably seen this in the Showdown or the showroom where you can buy the various cars. I have a couple of them. I think I purchased that one and the Rocket Bunny as well. I had the SC18 from a different event. I think I missed out on the Corvette. I think I have a similar one, but it's not that exact same one. And I think I somehow didn't finish an event where I could have got this one before, and I don't really have much of an interest in the Project 7. So essentially, I'm holding on to my tickets, hoping that they'll be introducing some new cars that might be a little bit more appealing. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. So in any event, when you start racing in the leagues, it's not going to look different. You're going to have access to basically the same cars. So this is the Showdown coming up in, this is going to start tomorrow. So the main difference you're going to notice is there's always going to be one or two cars that are selected as boost cars, and you're going to want to try to use those whenever possible. Essentially, the way that they track your progress now is via Showdown points, or SP, and you get 20 SP per win. I think it's 4, maybe 5 per loss, but there's some multipliers involved. That 100% boost that you see will turn that 20 into 40. There is also another boost that you can get. You can purchase these one after the other for 50 gold coins, and it'll give you a 1 hour boost of 50%. So that bumps it up again to 55. And then I think if you're in the promotion zone, meaning in the top six, or there's some threshold that's easy to cross, that if you're in that, then you get another 25% per win. So in any event, it turns a 20-point win into a 55-point win if you have all those bonuses going. A 14, or I'm sorry, the 4 or 5 gets turned into 14 for losses. So you don't go back for losses, you just don't get as many showdown points per loss. So if you average it out, it ends up being an average, if you're racing at the very, very top of your ceiling with your car. If it's one of the faster cars in the lobby, it's going to be probably about 30 showdown points per race, averaging wins and losses. And that's anticipating probably about a 45% win rate, because you get more, trophies still come into play. So you get more trophies for a win than you do for a loss. So you advance quicker than you fall back. So I'm sure you've noticed that. And the trophies have not changed at all. In fact, you still have let's see here, you still have your rewards the same way. So your trophies, rewards are all the same. So that won't change at all. Obviously, the higher you go, I normally usually, if I have a super fast car, max out somewhere in the 2000s, but normally I'm probably right around 17, 18, 1900, somewhere around there. So that still applies. So you can advance as far as you can on that. Now, the showdown points have replaced the participation awards from the older Showdown. So I'll show you that. Showdown points here, I've already collected them because I've run through them for this week. Now, they do refresh every single week like the trophies do. But as you can see, it starts off in real small increments. That's only winning a couple races to get a lot of these rewards. Yeah, there we go. So as you can see, the top reward is 6,600 and is 5 gold coins. I think you get 50 pink ones or red ones for 6,000. So they're not spectacular, and they do max out at 6,600. For every 600 showdown points above 6,600, you get 25,000 in-game cash credits. So it's really not worth it once you get past 6,600, unless you're wanting to advance. So in this case, again, this week has already ended because there's not a showdown running. So the results are final, and I'll get the weekly reward, which for this week will be the 50 showdown tickets, 5 gold keys, 50 orange elite tokens, and then 300 pink ones. Now, the good thing is, once you receive these rewards, also the rewards in that you accumulate through these participation points, we'll call them, you can let them accumulate. In this tab, in your rewards tab. So you can just see them accumulate, and if you're full, like currently I'm full on my orange ones, I can't even get to a point where I can use them. So rather than waste them, I just let them sit here. The same thing with greens. I go through those pretty quickly, but I'm really waiting on the blues and the pinks. So if you see, like right here, Pro Leagues, SP Milestone 6,600. I didn't get those all from 1 week. I got 10 1 week, 5 another week, 5 another week, 10, 10, 10. But they just accumulate. So they all show up on one line, but each one of those is just a reward from an individual week. So they never expire. I just let them sit in there. That is one benefit of Showdown. So if you want to keep those there, you certainly have that option. So now I'm going to show some screenshots to further explain it and clarify what's going on. All right, so here's a screenshot from a few weeks ago. It was the second week of this new season. So this season is 14 weeks long, and this was the second week of that. And as you can see, it took an incredible amount of Showdown points to advance that week. Just an insane amount. However, they had modified the participation rewards to where they didn't stop at 6,600, so we were getting compensated differently, but took a lot more racing. And that was just the second week. What I showed you previously was the 7th week. So in theory, the 11,000 points I had this week that got me to advance should have been way more than the 70,000 that I accumulated in this week. So I have another theory on that I'll elaborate on a little bit more. Okay, so this is a little bit more like it. This is the first week, and you can tell because it has the 1-star rookie. So this was the first week of this 14-week season, and here's the cutoff line. As you can tell, it's only got 1 hour and 18 minutes left in that week's Showdown, and you know, the cutoff line was about 5,100. So that's right at maybe about 150 races, 180 races, somewhere in that range. So very doable, and that's of course spread out over a whole week. But as you can tell, it can vary from week to week as far as what's going to win it. You really don't need to care about who's in first place. You really only need to care about being in 6th place, because 6th and 1st are just as good. Okay, so here's just another screenshot of the 7th level, so the highest level of last season. So this was the very first season, which only lasted 9 weeks. This was the very last level. So I don't believe I got promoted this week, but as you can tell, the promotion line was about 37,000 and change. So again, it varies differently from week to week. A couple more screenshots I'll show you. These are the rewards from the very first season, the 9-week season. They have tapered them down significantly. They were really generous the first time around. As you can see, even the 4th week specialist, it's going to get you 120 of the orange elite tokens, and here is the top level is 500. Now I can't remember if I don't think these stayed in your rewards where you could basically not collect them. So I think they dropped into your token bank immediately. So really, by the time you got to the champion level, it wasn't worth winning for the orange tokens because you're already full. It's hard to use that many orange tokens because you have to have so many of the other colors to get there. So they kind of did the math wrong and the ratios wrong the first time around, and they've definitely toned it down. But as you can see, there were, looks like, gosh, almost 1,000 orange elite tokens available just in the rewards itself. I think that's enough for a little more than 2 of the tier 5 cards to advance them through elite. So they were giving those away pretty freely. So anyway, that's all I got. I'll probably come out with another video to clarify it and show you what the actual racing is like, but at least wanted to get this out there for now. Good luck.